Coming up, we're going to review this Stug, because who doesn't like a Stug? But before we go any further, don't forget to like the video to help beat those pesky YouTube algorithms and help grow the channel, and also subscribe to get future updates and general mediocre modelling content. Yeah, welcome back. I bought a Stug, a Sturmgeschütz 3, Ausf.B, I assume. Yeah, I got it along with a Churchill Avery that I actually was intending to make before I got this. And then I got this and had a quick look inside the box, and I saw a photo that I was going to help perhaps try and make a little diorama for. So I thought I'd give it a go. It looks to be a lovely kit. Costs $34.99. Got it from North East Model Centre up in the northeast of England. It's a Tamiya. It's 1 to 35th scale. It comes with all the general artwork, lovely box art that Tamiyas have a tendency to come with. It comes with an aluminium gun barrel, which is nice. You see that on other makes, but not really seen it many on Tamiya. That's a bit. They're playing a bit fast and loose with the saying that there's photo etched parts and an aluminium gun barrel. Well, there is an aluminium gun barrel. Aluminium gun barrel. To say there's photo etched parts. So yeah, I've been into the box. I've had a look through it, and so it's a bit messy in there. But we'll get straight into it anyway. So in there, normally there is a lovely set of photo etched parts. Move that out of the way. Yeah, that's it. that's basically content. It looks like a couple of grills and some covers of sorts. It ain't an Edward Profi pack or a main kit, but they technically do have photo etched parts. So okay, fair enough. And there is in here the gun barrel. Now, I can't really zoom in a great deal because the focus on my camera's kaput, but I'll see if I can get that there, get a bit more light on this situation. It's a lovely little part for what it is. It's got the turned rifling in there. It's a lovely little part. Hit it with some Mr. Metal. Yeah, Mr. Metal primer, and then some primer on top of that, and some Panzer Grey. It'll look the business. One thing that this kit does come with, which I must say I'm very pleased with seeing, and I hope to see it more often on Tamiya kits, is this. It's basically a colour paint guide, for want of a better word, just showing you the decals and stuff like that. But I think it's a welcome addition to Tamiya kit, something that we've not really done a great deal of. Why? I mean, yeah, okay, but I'm not overly comfortable or bothered about putting Totenkopf in there or anything like that, or anything with. I mean, some people won't even make German vehicles, but the Totenkopf. Basically, I'm going to make this one. Second company, 226th in Poland. I did have the temptation to make this one. Second company, 191st in Greece. Purely simply because a couple of guys I know are reading a book and about those guys and their exploits in Greece. But I think I'm going to settle for this. It's got a nicer decal sheet and the little bits of red. And I also hate the cross. I hate the cross there. The black and white one. I much prefer that type. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with that. Comes with standard don't cut your fingers off or inhale start off in the paints that you get with every Tamiya kit, and then standard fare Tamiya instruction manual. List your paints. Another thing, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because usually I am. Tamiya for a while had a tendency to see the main base colour, in this instance Panzer Grey, and just put the rattle can colour in, which is always a bit of a pig when you're trying to work it out as a new beginner or a modeler, someone who's getting new to the hobby, because what you want is someone to tell you, use this grey, use that green. And they didn't. But now they start putting in FX63 German grey, which is your man here. I've got actually a nicer, newer tub of that, so I don't know why that shitty one's there. But yeah, that's a nicer little quality of life addition. It might not be an addition, I might just never have noticed it. Feel free to discuss that in the comments. Yeah, very standard fare. If you've ever made a Tamiya Panzer 4, which is my #1 go-to beginner's kit for anyone who's a beginner, have a quick swig of beer. That kit, not the new one where they've added a few bits of fancy down to it and charge you 3 times the price. It's about 14 quid in the UK, and you get the little figures and stuff sitting out the turret. That Panzer 4, it's a great little kit for beginners. It's packed with detail. It's a bit old, but I mean, you don't want to be wasting 70 quid on a kit that you most likely you're going to make the best of jobs with, because you're just setting out in the hobby. So I would highly recommend that kit. Otherwise, it looks pretty straightforward. The good thing about this kit, it has a full interior. I say full, I mean it's a full interior for 34 quid full. But having built a Meng Bradley and a Meng Mark V male with interior, this will be a welcome change. I've built recently the Tamiya M8 Greyhound and the M8 Howitzer, and they've got kind of details internally, and they were really nice as well. Just enough to make it pop, and you can add dirt in there and leaves, and I've added like Life magazine line on the bottom of the thing, and I'll probably see if there's a German equivalent to put in here, or a poster of a pin-up girl or something in there, just to add a bit of detail to it. But it looks good. I've seen pictures of it and seen other people do it, and it looks a nice little bit of an interior on the kit. So looking forward to that. And then the white mixed up with the Panzer Grey, bluey Panzer Grey, will add a nice bit of definition and a nice bit of variation to it. It'll look pretty cool. Yeah, so full interior, cannon moves, all the mechanisms and stuff on the guns. Couple of little, I think there's a couple of little MP40s there without magazines, so they can be up there in the back. They're looking pretty nifty. Just add a bit more life to it. So no, it's good, and it's a Tamiya kit. You can't really go wrong with Tamiya kits. They are, for me, there's some ropey ones with everything in life, but Tamiya kits are great. Rubber band tracks, not that bothered about them these days. I can use them, don't get us wrong. Things like the Master Club metal tracks and stuff they are better, but for something like this, where I'm going to probably have on a dusty muddy field and a guy washing it down, so it's going to be mostly covered in mud and stuff anyway because he's washing it, why bother spending more than the price of the kit on something that, to be honest, it looks okay, it looks decent, good enough. You can buff them up with metal paints, aluminium paints, to make them look better. And then the rest of the kit's very standard Tamiya fare in terms of detail. Move this light over. Nice detail. Things like, this is the main structure of the vehicle. And there's the MP40s, lovely little bits of detail on the MP40s. That's a bit ropey, but nothing that you wouldn't be able to kind of put a wash over, or even buy some like value gear stowage to go over the top, or make your own tarpaulins. Quite often you see a lot of these with oil barrels on and then tarps thrown over. So if you're not happy with that, you can cover it over. There's nice detail, if you can hear that, nice detail on the side skirts and stuff. You can chip them up and put nice washers in there. That's lovely. Nice angular. I like the Stug because it's nice and angular, and you can get nice definition in the panels. fade each one out. You can add filters to make them different colours of like a grey blue colour to make them look colder and warmer, and there's a lot you can do with this design of Stug. Nice detail on the radio. It's looking a very nice kit so far. Like I say, I had a quick peek in it, took everything out of the bags and stuff. In the general 5 seconds of excitement you get when you buy a new kit, and then put it back in the box and decided I would actually make an effort at doing a proper review. I snapped that off. Well, I snapped it off. I snapped the shovel, getting it out. I'm going to do a repair job whilst it's on the sprue so that it's nicely in place. Give it a good couple of days to properly dry, and then very gently nip that off. So that was my fault. Can't blame anyone for that other than myself. I'm assuming that's the fighting compartment floor. Again, very, very nice. You probably won't be able to see this. I'll try and tilt it about a bit because, like I say, I can't zoom in too great. These bits here and your jack blocks and stuff have all got wood grain effect on, which I've not really ever seen on a Tamiya kit, but it's very, very nice. Very nice. You've even got the fabric effect of a bag being over the top of that, and then the bag of the to catch the shells at the gun mechanism. Lots of weld seams on things as well. That's weld seams. It's looking, for the money, a very, very nice kit, because even before I've cut a single thing off this sprue, I know there's a 99% chance it's going to fit together like an absolute dream, because that's what you're going to get with Tamiya. The crewman, because there's one of them, he looks fine. A bit on the details, waist down, because he's meant to be sticking out the top of the turret. Nice looking face, head. You're not ever going to beat resin kits. No. You're paying probably 15 quid at least for a decent resin figure, and it's going to knock socks off it. But I'm probably not going to use this anyway, because I might be inclined to just stick him in the spares box. I'm just thinking out. I'm not even thinking out loud. I'm just thinking. So sorry, I'm a bit quiet there. But yeah, it looks lovely detail on it. I cannot complain. Lovely weld seam around there, which I'm assuming is probably the gun mantlet, the back of the gun mantlet. That's absolutely lovely for a kit piece. Gonna have to do very little, if any, in fairness, any extra additional making mold, like making weld seams or anything. It even goes down. This is the sprues with the little extras and grab handles and hooks and casting on the inside of the idler wheels and stuff like that. It's just lovely. It is. It's a really nice kit. I'm really surprised by it. For the price, I think it's really good value. Looking at it, I mean, it could turn to be an absolute pig of a kit, and I could do. The next review you'll see will be in the bin. Polycaps and springs, which I think are to go kind of in that neck of the woods. I'm not overly familiar with the internal workings of a Sturmgeschütz, so I assume that's what they're for from a brief look at these instructions. And last but not least, your decal sheets or decal sheets, decals, whatever you want to call them, transfers, stickers. Standard Tamiya fare, hopefully, because I ballsed up a Spitfire Mark 9, an Edward one, this, which is now just a tester piece, because they had the release liners on and I didn't realise, and at no point in that did it tell you that they had release liners on, so I did the usual microsol, microset, and couldn't get them off. And then when I could get them off, they kind of went to shit. You can just see it there, all kind of started. There you can see, still, even after coats of varnish, they come off. Be warned, because they are meant to come off, but not when you put microsol, microset on. Anyway, I'm going down a tangent. They do, however, look absolutely bloody amazing when you get them right. So buyer beware when you're buying the Edward kits. They do come off. And I've just made it look incredibly easy there and made myself look like a fool. but they do. There, they see, they come off. I know I've just scratched it with my fingernail, but still they come off. But it had a tendency, and it ripped all that off. Ripped all out. So they are hand painted now. They're painted on, which, to be honest, I'll probably do most builds going forward. Probably not this sort, because it's Tamiya decals. But this is now just a test piece to test out. I've been doing it's over the top as hell, but different types of weathering techniques on it, and do like a monthly Zoom chat with a group of people, do demos and stuff. Find me on Twitter if you're interested in joining. I post that regularly. But yeah, decal sheets look quite nice. I've waffled on about that enough now. Pack this away. I think it's looking like a really nice little kit. Can't see any major issues with it, other than I don't know, it's only 4 sprues. A little bit of photo etch. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a fun build. I'll probably do it in stages. I'll probably make the hull, and then make the hull in the interior, and then do one about painting the interior, and then do the final one, finishing it off. But I'm thinking far too far ahead there now. But no, that's basically it. As always, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to help us out and grow. I'm looking to hit 1,000 subscribers soon, so I would really appreciate it. And look forward to getting started. So thanks a lot. Bye bye.